Hello, all you beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's Celestial Surge. It is a new series I will be doing every week. For the weekend, it will just be a general message for everyone. It will be like a collective message from your angels and guides to help you through, hopefully, whatever struggles or hardships you are going through. So this is meant to be a very comforting and nurturing time for you to just come and drink your tea or coffee, get cuddled up in bed perhaps, or in your coziest place and just listen. And hopefully it will soothe your soul in some way. So we are going to get started with I almost sounded like a French person. I am all tongue-tied today, so maybe there's something going on with the throat chakra. But I was going to say I sounded like a French person because I was like, let's work with the cards. I know that wasn't a good impression, but obviously there is some needed humor going on right now. So maybe I know it's a very intense time with Lionsgate. I know that we've passed it, but I believe it's still activated. So yes, spirit guides, angels, universe, what energies are at play right now? Just gonna shuffle until it feels good. What do we need to know? Oh, I was right. Communication. Okay. So, during this time, there may be some struggles with communication. So, you want to really use your intellect here, not react. And there might be, you want to be very careful. With texting, you might, this is a time where it can be really easy to mistakenly text someone the wrong message or the wrong person, or say the wrong thing out of emotion. And for others of you, it's going to be really important for you to communicate. Your words are going to be really needed during this time for other people. And for others of you, because this upcoming week's key word in vibration is stillness. So some of you are just needing to go on a talking fast to have sacred silences. Things like that. And we have the number 5 at the top, which represents changes and grace, going with the flow of changes with ease and grace. And I will read, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So it's going to be really important for you to be in resonance with your truth and only speak the truth, mostly spiritual truths, and speak from a place of love and compassion and peace, and not communicate from a place of triggeredness or anxiety or fear or anything like that. We want to only speak from the heart. So again, you want to be very careful with your communication during this time. and really use your intellect here. Okay, now we're going to, so that is our overall energy. Now we're going to move into the wisdom of the oracle and see what other information Spirit has for us. Regarding this communication. And just by looking at this card of communication, it will help activate the vibration. There I go again, getting all tongue twisted. It will help activate the vibration of communication, of speaking your truth and speaking from the heart. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for all of us? We have exchanging gifts. So if you play your cards right with this communication, there can be a lot of blessings during this time, a lot of healing. We're wanting to use our voice to heal. Okay, what else? And we also have the number 9, so there might be some themes of endings and new beginnings, turning over a new leaf, starting a new chapter in your life. Some of you are in a situation or involved in something or doing something that is not for you. It's not healthy, and you're wanting to go more towards love, peace, comfort, what would bring you joy. And so sometimes there's conversations that are not for you, that you don't want to get involved in. Be very mindful about what you fill your mind with, what you're listening to, what you're absorbing. You know, maybe being on social media or listening to the news or anything like that is not the time for that. It's time to go within and to be still. Okay, we have building blocks. So for some of you, this is a time of really figuring things out, coming into stillness, having that sacred silence, having an hour a day where you're not talking, and you're really learning and building a foundation within yourself. It's more of an emotional foundation I'm feeling. So you're going into meditation, going into stillness, doing healing, getting emotionally solid within yourself, filling your cup, building that emotional, spiritual foundation within yourself, and really transforming your mind and your heart and how you feel inside. And we want to pay attention to how we're talking to ourselves, our inner dialogues that are going on, and some people are not aware. So if that's the case, if you don't know how you're talking to yourself, I know that a lot of people who watch my content will be very aware. But you also want to look at your behavior, you know. Do you get easily flustered when driving around, when people cut you off, or there's a slow driver, or there's really long lines, or a business isn't having the greatest customer service? Are you getting easily upset by those things? I think that is a really key sign that you're needing to really be still and to meditate and pay attention to your inner dialogues that you're having. And then once you're aware, you can improve those things. If you have parts of yourself that are mean to yourself, judgmental to yourself, that judge yourself, that beat yourself up, that means that there's a part of you that has an unmet need. It's not a part of you that wants to hurt you or anything like that. It might be an inner child that doesn't know any better. So you're really wanting to show yourself love during this time with how you talk to yourself and how you talk to others. Now we also have truth be told here. So again, with communication, truth, speaking the truth. And I think by going into the stillness and meditation and having this sacred silence every day, you're going to realize more truths about yourself and about any kind of confusion you've been having in any area of your life. I know that for some of you, this upcoming week, you'll be doing a lot of reflection and asking why did this happen to me? And you're going to get a download of the reason why, of your purpose, and it's going to be a loving reason. You know, we all go through various degrees of challenges and hardships, and it can be easy to feel like the universe is against us, but really it was a choice. I believe that a lot of the challenges that we face in life is a previous choice that we made before birth to help us expand and grow and evolve in the way that we wanted to evolve so that we could fulfill our intention for this life, our purpose for this life. And then other times it has to do with the law of mirroring, with how we're talking to ourselves. So you're definitely gaining a foundation within yourself, whether it's an emotional, spiritual, mental, or physical one, and you are learning self-love and getting some kind of download of truth, and you're seeing the whole blessing in all of this. So it's all going to be very different for all of you. So for those of you that are doing all this inner reflection and asking why did this happen to me, or why is the world like this, you're going to realize the truth and see the blessing in it. And then for others of you, just going into the stillness and meditation, you're going to find hidden treasures and blessings and gifts there. Okay, so now we're going to see what the fairies, the beloved fairies, have to say about all of this. Fairies, what do you have to tell us? What do we need to know regarding this energy? Okay, we got She of the Cruach, the Sage, Iris of the Rainbows, Death, and the Singer of Courage, and the Piper. Okay, so with the Singer of the Cruach, I'm getting really tongue-tied today. And it all has to do with this communication energy. So Shhhh of the Cruach is the mother principle, so the divine feminine, being very nurturing, allowing, receptive, open, loving, and 5, going with the flow, going with changes, with ease and grace. So yeah, this is meant to be a time of quietness and stillness and listening more than talking, so that you can discover whatever truth you're needing to be aware of right now. Whether that's that you are worthy, that you're loved, that you're beautiful, that you're amazing and talented, that you're in the perfect place at the perfect time, that all is well, your reason for coming, anything like that. And so this is the time to sit in stillness and meditation, spend time in nature. Okay. And then we have the sage, which is talking about, and we have 2 10s here. We have 10 here and 10 here. So this is a time of completion and new upgrades and awakening and new levels of enlightenment and consciousness. And with the sage, this is your inner knowing, seeing the unseen, and being grounded and understanding all the cycles of life, being still. There's something really magical when you can go to a park or somewhere in nature and be still and watch life around you, and watch the leaves dancing in the wind, and children playing, and people out on walks, and things like that. This is about getting in the natural rhythm of life, not the concrete jungle rhythm of life, but your natural rhythm of life, working with your God-given energy and cleansing and purifying your mind, your emotions, your life, what doesn't fit anymore, what is causing you anxiety, fear, pain, and taking that out. This is inner knowing. It's all inside of you. It's not outside of you. Anything that you're wanting to know, any kind of truth, any big questions that you have, it's all inside of you. And for those of you that are going through a very difficult, painful time right now, and I just want to remind you that Lionsgate is all about remembering your divinity and knowing that you are royalty in body. You are an eternal spirit in body, and it's not the other way around. So for those of you who are having a very painful, difficult time during this Lionsgate, because it is illuminating a lot, and sometimes what gets illuminated is our shadows and our pain, our unresolved pain, and that needs to be healed and integrated. And so Iris of the Rainbow is just saying, it's okay, it's gonna get better, I promise you. We have so many magical things in store for you. It's going to be a brighter tomorrow. We have so much love and so many blessings in store for you. This is why exchanging gifts came up. And this is also about being able to mold and manipulate the elements through when you can fully know in your heart that you come from pure love. It makes you more powerful because it allows you to be able to mold the elements. And she's holding the Taurus staff, and she has a rainbow coming out of her hand, and she's balancing a bubble on the back of a little froggy. So she's totally in tune with earth, with heaven, with her feelings, total balance with love and grace. The She of the Crack and Iris of the Rainbows are working together in perfect harmony. And there's just so much symbology here. So some of you might be some form of an earth angel, and or you have lots of angelic energy surrounding you during this time, helping you to balance all of this and know that you are royalty and just regal. Okay, now we have Death, or the Purple Lady, and this is just simply talking about you shedding away the old through this time of stillness, letting go of what doesn't serve you. Because what's underneath this cloak is something very, very beautiful and is exquisite. So, have you been hiding your light or dimming your light, or not being authentic as you can be, or letting the busyness of life, stress you out? It's time to get your color back. Yeah. It's time to be all bright, shiny, and new again. And so a lot of you during this time are shedding away what has been weighing you down. That's pretty much all that card is talking about. Transition, transformation, shedding the old to truly step into your divinity. And then we have the Singer of Courage and the Piper. So this is talking about having the courage to listen. Sometimes we can have a fear of our mind, or sometimes a fear of the beyond, or listening. And so we need to have the courage to pause. And life can be so busy and it can be hard to ask for time. A lot of women struggle with that because they think that they might be being selfish, or there's so much pressure, they might feel guilty, or anything like that. So you're needing to have the courage in some way to be still and listen to the nuances of your heart, of your inner soul song, of the natural rhythm of life, of what your intuition is telling you. If you are at all in pain, you can just slightly lean in to love and just listen, and you will receive loving information and words and feedback, or you will be guided to loving things. Because the Piper is all about empathy, and it's also about the seduction. This is a time for a lot of people to to find more oneness and more homecoming with themselves. And so it's almost like letting your core essence kind of seduce you and entice you and envelop you and show you and remind you of who you are. Let love and the universe and all that is divine surrender to that. Surrender. And you will make it through whatever kind of pain. This is a time to transform it, to transcend it, to transmute it, to heal it. And just listen to your heart. Okay, now we will end with Work Your Light Oracle card deck and see what remaining spiritual advice the universe has for us during this time. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So you're doing a great job. You really are. This can be a very, very painful time. And it might feel like it's getting kind of worse before it gets better, but what you are doing is so important and you're doing it. You're already doing it and you're doing such a good job. Your angels and your guides are so proud of you. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? And all a trigger is unresolved pain. So you want to ask, once you know the emotion of the trigger, then you can ask the emotion what it needs, what it's asking for, and how to resolve that unresolved pain. And let's see if we can get a couple more. Don't dim to fit in. This is exactly what I was talking about. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You gotta just be you, your authentic you. No one else can be you but you. No one does it better. Break the chain, ancestral pains, healing, rewriting the future. So for some of you, it might be very beneficial to listen to Neville Goddard, because he talks a lot about revision and rewriting the past, because once you change the past, you change your present and future. And some of you might also want to look into the completion process as well. But yeah, there is some kind of pattern of pain that has been going on that you are healing and ending within yourself. And once you do it for yourself, you do it for so many people. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. That is powerful. That is really important to know, that it's happening for you, not to you, which might sound like a big load of BS to some of you, because what you've been through is just so unbelievably painful, where it's really easy to feel like a victim. And I am not belittling that or invalidating that whatsoever. We're all victims in some form or another at one point in time and another. But if we stay in that victim mentality, then we're just going to keep experiencing things and people that make us feel that way. And really, at our core, we are not a victim. It is happening for us to grow and to learn and to expand. So let your heart open, let yourself unfold, and let whatever you're going through really grow you and mold you so that you can truly manifest everything that you want. Because if it's not coming, then there might be room for us to grow more, and then we'll come, and then it'll come, and then we'll be, oh, I'm so glad that didn't manifest at that time, because I just wouldn't have been ready. I either wouldn't have been mature enough, or whatever, just not in the right time or space or mind space. So let yourself crack open and know that it's happening for you, not to you. I really hope that this was of value and that you enjoyed this. And, please like and comment down below if you'd like me to continue to do this on a weekly basis. And of course, subscribe if you really resonated with this and would like to see more. It all really means a lot to me, and also helps other people like you find this sort of content. As always, I am sending you so much of my love. Know that you are never ever alone. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, continue to seek the truth. Be well, take care.